Here's how the Prediction World Cup works. Every match becomes a market. You're not just watching the game, you're trading it live as it plays out. Pick an outcome, say Mexico to win. The price is the markets read on the odds. 56 cents means a 56% chance. Buy in. If Mexico wins, every contract pays out $1. If they don't, it settles at $0, and you don't have to wait for full time. As the match swings, the price moves with it. A goal drops, your position jumps. So sell early to lock in profit, or hold to the whistle. You start with $2,000 in virtual capital. None of it real, none of it at risk. Run low in the first week, reset once, free. Every trade climbs the leaderboard. Rise up your country's board, and every knockout round multiplies your score. The prize pool? $250,000, the top 500 win prizes, and first place takes $100,000. The Prediction World Cup. Free to enter June 28th, and every player gets 50% off. Tap the link to play.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Asia session stream. I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing absolutely amazing as usual. Today, let's see what we can do here within this Asia session. It will open within the next 40 seconds. So here, just my overall bias on the daily chart. We have this previous daily candle closing back within the range of the previous one. So we swept the previous daily high. We're closing back within the range, rejecting also this level, the opening price of the June 16th daily candle. Here, this candle also closed bearish, showing me that yesterday the sellers were in control. So now I would basically have lean a little bit more bearish than bullish right at the open, and see if we can potentially take down this previous day low. Let's see. I'm going to stay a little bit more patient than usual. Don't necessarily find this setup A plus and worth entering right at the open. I'm going to wait maybe for an hourly candle to close in the direction that I have the bias with. And yeah, so this is the open right now. Let's see what it does. I'll have, yeah, the hourly and the 15 is going to be good for my bias. Damn, I just I just pulled out the chat here, and I see the yeah, you see the thumbnail. Yeah, chat. What do you guys think? There's echo. No echo. Okay, yeah, I was trolling. Yeah, I just saw the thumbnail. I was like, shit. I kind of look tough on that thumbnail. What do you guys think? Got a feeling we're gonna open down. Looks like we're opening up pretty weak open right here. We'll see. For me, I have the daily low as the most I would say the easiest target. But as you can see, we didn't close strong within the last 40 minutes of the day. So we can see here, this is where the daily candle closed, and we're opening up higher. So it means that the move from 4:15 p.m. all the way to 4:59 p.m. was a move to the upside. So you can see right here, 4:15. Let me see here where it closed. Is it glitched? Is this daily bar closed? Is it just randomly closed right there? Let me see. Might be the futures chart. But we had a move up, an aggressive move up at the close of that candle. So yeah. Let me see here. Usually the close at 4:15. I don't know why it looks that way on this chart. It's 548. That's a weird thing. Let me know if I'm tripping. Might be tripping. But yeah, so currently, just purely looking at this daily chart, looking to see some downside potentially. Oh, it's because of set. Yeah, you're right. SCT. How can I change it? Usually it's on X something. How can I change it? Do you know? I forgot. Bro, what the hell? I clicked something on my chart and it went from set. Does anyone know how to change this? I knew something was up. I was like, my daily closure is at 4:15. Oh no. Wait, let's see here on this one. Yeah, how can I put this one B80G? Click till it's not highlighted. What do you mean? Is it? I don't know how to navigate that, but it is on this chart. Click it. Keep pushing. Let me see. Keep pushing the back arrow button a lot of times to go back at the start of the day. Bruh. You know what? You know, we're just gonna keep it that way. We don't really mind. Anyways, I don't want to take a plate off of that daily anyways because of the pretty weak open. So here I'm most likely just gonna trade off of the hourly and the 15 and try to predict one singular bar on the chart. The session that we had today was from 12:30 to 1:30. So if you guys remember, when we had this candle closing, I was anticipating another candle to print to the upside if we found some buyers within that previous print. We opened up lower, we found some buyers within this range. We pulled up higher, inversing this gap. This for me is a good confirmation to long, and or even just wait for a pullback here again, and predict that the next hourly bar would be bullish. And this is exactly what ended up happening. So of course, did I take this trade? No, I didn't. Like most of the candles, I would say I have a pretty good read on them, but it's just lower probability for me to just enter on all of them and just be there and predict the whole day, because there's gonna be there's gonna be some days where the candle that you are trying to predict is gonna be an inside bar candle, meaning that it will not push above the high or the low of the previous candle, meaning that you're most likely gonna lose. What else? You can have like a candle that is distributing like in a very weird way, where even if it closes bearish, let's say, it will open up, go lower first, then higher, and then go back down to close bearish. So like that will fake you out a lot. This is like mostly a range kind of candle. So yeah. But you guys like the new layout? I asked you guys that within the last session that I had with you guys, but it feels like you guys are just with me. Like it's a little bit wider. You can see the full on, like my full screen. And I think you guys see me a little bit better. Feels like feels like you guys are with me. Literally. What do you guys think? Yes, sir. By the way, my podcast. Let's talk about this. My podcast dropped today. So from for Prop Firm Trader. So it was a podcast that I did I think 2 months ago, and it was my first podcast. I won't lie, chat. I was kind of nervous for that one. You know, I had high expectations of myself. I really wanted to show who I was, and give out some. I would say give out a different perspective than most traders would give within an interview, because I am different. I have a different style, and there's a pretty unique thing about my way of trading and who I am in general. So I watched the podcast again just to see like where I could have explained stuff a little bit better, or just talked about some points that I missed out on. And to be completely honest, I am definitely very happy with the overall performance. Like I truly didn't like when I left the studio on that day, I was like, okay, I did well. But usually I am hard on myself and I have very high expectations. So on that day, I was like, you know what? I think the strategy part went a little bit better than the podcast. But then looking at the podcast, I was like, damn, like I kind of cooked though. I kind of I explained a lot of different things and went over a lot of different points. So I was very happy. Just looking back at the podcast, and satisfied with the performance overall. And yeah, so I did another one with Tradeify, which is, I don't know when it's gonna drop. Maybe in like I would say like a few months, maybe. We'll see. We'll see which one you guys like better. But there is a strategy. There is a strategy video that is coming in very soon. So you guys will be. When will the podcast with Miriam launch? I don't know. I don't know when. Was the podcast in Miami called The Move? Yeah, it was called The Move. Yep. The match is interrupted due to storm. Wait, France against where are they playing? France versus Iraq, yeah. 1-0, halftime. Of course. Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, so I was pretty happy with the performance overall. Of course, there's some things like you guys need to understand that when I came in there, it was pretty early. It was like at 8 a.m. I was absolutely fried. And I did the strategy part before, which ended up taking like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So then when we filmed the pod, it was a challenge. Ended up drinking like 4 or 5 coffees on site. Bro, I know some guys they're working in the Move Miami, and one of them is a fellow trader. Yeah, he's I think it's Forrest. His name is Forrest. Yeah, he's a pretty chill guy. Pretty chill guy. That's a lot of caffeine, yeah, for sure. But I had to be locked in. That's the thing. For that pod, especially on a pod, like they ask like different questions, and you don't want him to ask all the questions necessarily. When you get asked a question, then you want to give out the value, and then take that value and add another point, and drive the conversation in a certain way that you would want you would want it to go. So that's basically what I did. Talked about a lot of different points. that I think are, you know, I look back at it and there was a moment in the pod where he wanted me to like explain like stuff about other people in general within the community. And you know, I could have started, you know, hating and you know going that route, but I decided to, you know, stop myself and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna make enemies, or you know, I'm not gonna name any names, or I'm not gonna say anything dumb. You know, I'm just gonna stick to who I am. And that was uh that was definitely the right play. Definitely the right play. So here, the daily candle, the daily candle overall, just it closed bearish, back within the previous range of the previous candle. Let me see here. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, back within the range of the previous candle. So I'm looking to see how we're going to react right now within the first 3 hours. So even like the first hour, if this hourly bar ends up rejecting this gap very aggressively and prints a down close, aggressive down close candle on the hourly chart, I will potentially write it back down towards the daily low. This is pretty much what I'm going to do. So we'll wait. I don't want to force anything within this range. Usually I like to force things when like the daily chart is just immaculate, or like the 4 hour, but here none of those are give me the best entry. So let's wait. What about the 4 hour? Yeah, the 4 hour created an unfilled right above us, so which is a pretty good reason why you would open up higher back within that gap. Again, you know, could retrace deeper and would have given us a better entry on a move up right here. This is what I would have wanted. It's like those plays right at the open where you long or short could, you know, you could get caught. It's very like I really wait for the perfect setup in order for me to enter that way, and today was not it. Usually I would go for the daily high rather than just a 4 hour gap if I'm going to enter so aggressively within the first, you know, 5 minutes on a breakout. So yeah. But how's the chat doing? Did you guys win your trades today? Ended up taking a quick scalp. Nothing crazy, really. No, like there was no clean gaps being created, like no clear unfilled within this whole range. There was this one, but there was an SMT between ES and NQ right here, so was a reason why you could have also taken out some profits or go break even. So there was only one throughout the day. I really liked that rejection right here from that sell side. Really liked how we closed overall from this range for a long here within the lunch hour. That was pretty much it. For the rest of the day, you see, like we had the opening move being very aggressive, 430 points, and then we ended up chopping throughout the rest of the day, which is something that occurred pretty often within the last few weeks. So that pic for the thumbnail didn't look like you. Wait, which one? The Tradeify one or the Prop Firm Trader podcast? It definitely did look like me. I just had my hair was a little bit longer at that time. Let me see. Let me see. My hair was way longer, actually. Yeah, it was way longer. Holy damn. Yeah, a little bit too long. A little bit too long to my liking. Yeah, a little bit too long. On the podcast, it definitely does look like me. It did look like that on on that day. Definitely did look like that. Yeah, it was mullet maxing for sure. How do you control your sizing? Really struggling with that. This that's a question I get asked a lot. And for my sizing, I only use TradingView. So usually that's the thing. It's like depending on the type of setups that you have, I have setups that are more mechanical than others. And usually I like to rely on them way more in order to trade my prop accounts because I don't have too much decisions to make or add to a winner, or just add in general. So let's say, like, I'll give you an example of a trade that I would take. Let's say there's an unfilled gap right above us, and we create this kind of structure right here, and we have an inverse. I would, let's say, enter here, have my stop loss right there, take profit at a 1-to-1. So what I would do is I would go on TradingView, and I would right click right here where I want my entry to be. But you need to know where your entry, stop loss, and take profit are before you even actually enter. So then usually I want to risk between 1,500, like 1,200 to 1,500 per trade. So I will right click and I will immediately, like, I would go on the mini and I will see how much one mini is if I put my stop loss right there, my take profit right there. And if it's like 700, which is it's usually the case, I will add another contract for it to be 1.4, 1.5, depending. Like, this is how I calculate it. So let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say this morning I wanted to long back towards that unfiltered like that. Okay, let's say this was my strategy, and I would scale down to the 1 and see where I would potentially like to enter. So here I would potentially like to enter on a pullback right here towards 643, right there on the pullback. So then you see I right click right below price. I always enter on a limit order. I put my stop loss right there. I drag it where I would put my stop loss depending on where's my TP. My TP is going to be here, so my stop loss is going to be there. So here I am already risking $1,000. So now I know that I can't enter 2 minis because I would risk 2K. So this is a moment where I would need to go to micros and enter 15 micros in order for it to be 1,500. Okay, but usually that's how I calculate my risk. So then let's say I would enter right here. I would see the move up. And then let's say ES creates the SMT. I'll go break even. And then right there, would have been a break even in general. But you see, this is how I calculate my risk. So I set my risk before. I know exactly where my TP stop loss is before every single trade that I take. And my trades are based on structure and not an amount of points. This is also something that is very important, because if your trades is based on an amount of points, let's say you want to take profits every day at a 15-point mark or 10-point mark, then you need to rely a lot on micros on days where the relative volume is very aggressive, or way higher than the previous day. So for me right here at this open, looking to see how that first hourly candle will close. If it rejects that hourly gap and closes bearish back within the range, I would want to ride that bearish move all the way back towards potentially the previous day low here, depending on how strong we close. But we'll see. This range is pretty tight. Let's be patient. Let's be patient. Let's stay patient within this range. So that's how I control my sizing. Hopefully I answered your question. Yesterday, Asia session was really clean. I took 2 wins during the Asia session. Let me see. Still don't do Sundays. 6 p.m. Okay. Potential short here. I see. Huge fake out right there. Tokyo Open. Very big trend. Okay. Not bad. I mean, it's really not bad. Really not that bad. I see some potential opportunities that I could have caught. Definitely. Just right here. Potential short back towards an unfilled hourly gap. You see, just by staring at the 1 minute chart, I can tell you if there was an hourly unfilled gap. Really. I saw it, like right there. Literally saw it on the way. There could have been a clean, or even a clean short right here, right at the open, following the gap down. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Definitely not a bad session. But that's the thing, though. It's like our session is 2 hours and 30 minutes. And like for me to be like full, let's say like get my full on potential from this session, I would need to see like, I would say like 3 to 4 hours. Definitely. Definitely. Especially like after 8, things could start moving for real. So I'm in observation mode this week. Blew up last week, so it's best that I sit on my hands for a while. Damn, very smart. Very smart play here from you, Beta. So, yeah. I mean, watch from the sidelines and come back stronger next week. I think that's a very good mindset to have. Head and shoulders. Looks like a head and shoulders on the 1 minute. I mean, for the people that trade ICT or, you know, that have been trading for a while now, let's the head and shoulders is still, in my opinion, the best reversal pattern that we have. So high, low, higher, high, and then you push down within that structure. So what you're saying to yourself is, okay, there is a lot of buyers here that are willing to protect their positions in order to create a new high. But then once you pull back right there, you see buyers defending their position, but then sellers take over. So now you have so many people that just got squeezed within this range, and you can use basically 2 PD arrays in your advantage in order to short the market back down. At the end of the day, the head and shoulders was definitely the best pattern that we could have asked for, you know, from the first YouTube video we watched. But the real question is, why would this one work and another one wouldn't work? Which is the hard part, which is, you know, all the work that you need to apply in order to trade those. Because if you take all of them on the 1 minute or the 5 or the 15 or the hourly, a lot of them are used to fake you out. What do you guys think? Is the head and shoulders the best pattern? I would say so. In terms of reversals, I would say so. How long did it take you to be just transition to live on Tradeify? Depending, because like I didn't get back-to-back payouts on my Lightning. I would blow them after like 1 or 2 payouts, but I got transitioned after 3 back-to-back payouts on my selects. So yeah, I made quite some money before getting transitioned. I've been trading with them for a while, though. Of course, rules change. You know, we have the selects now, so it's not, you know, the prop has to protect their downside also. Like it has, you need to be smart. I think after the first 15 minutes, it becomes a big sell from the fair value gap. It might. I'll wait for the closure though. All right, chat. Let's do the first. Let's do 150 likes for the first giveaway. Let's do that. Pretty early within the session. Still no trades. So we're gonna do 150 likes. We're gonna do a select account giveaway. All right. Hey Amos, I love you, bro. Let me have an account, please. Man, this is the first time I've looked at the market since this morning. Well, it really hasn't done anything yet. Yeah, it's pretty much. There was a big move right at the open, which surprised me. I wanted to be part of those shorts, but didn't get any retracements. So I just let that go. But looking back at it, there was actually no way for me to answer that. And within that whole day, there might have been one setup, I would say. The only setup that I truly saw was this one, the unfilled. But even that, hourly closing bearish, pretty weak. So it was fading the overall trend. Not the best thing, not the best thing. So now we're currently seeing that pop here from that hourly candle. Is it going to be able to print below 39? This is really what I'm looking for. This hourly candle is closing within the next 30 minutes, so a lot of things can change, and our buys could quickly flip. It could literally sweep that low and start flipping back up and give us a full different story from what we're thinking right now. So let's stay patient. Amos, wasn't you supposed to stay on the left? What does that mean? On the podcast? Maybe. I don't know. My Algerian brother. What's up, bro? We're playing at 11 p.m. Why are they doing that to us? 11 p.m. Bro. I caught all of that last night. Didn't even bother to trade New York today. Good shit, bro. I'm getting trolled right now. Get rid of the mustache. Bro. Bro's cooking me right now. I mean, that's the thing though. Mustache is hard because I gotta go to the barber pretty often. Or it looks pretty cooked. But bro, if I get rid of the mustache, I'll look like a 15-year-old kid. So it's gonna stay like this for a while, brother. It really is gonna stay like this. You guys are pretty close to me. My cam is so close, so like right now it's easy to hate, all right? It's fucking easy to hate. You can see everything. You're not 15. No, I'm not. All right. First 15 closed bearish, very aggressive. Let's see if we can find some displacement below the hourly low here. And just trade with those sellers. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. What are you planning for Asia session? Are you planning to get into a trade when it comes to 500? I'll let this first hourly candle close because I think it could fake out. It could definitely fake out and get pretty wicky because of how that daily bar closed. So I will let it settle. We'll let some time for the market to show me the story here from the first hourly, and then potentially position myself from 7 to 8 p.m. This is my plan, and just try to predict one singular bar on the chart. Remind me what chart we on. I'm sleepy. We're on Enki futures, brother. Oh, shit. What got you into trading? Can I just say that on the pod? I don't think I heard myself saying that on the pod. But what got me into trading was one of my close friend and one of my buddies in university. He received like a 20K payout from like a CFD firm. And like I was like, bro, 20K. Oh my god. And you know, got hooked immediately. I mean, I watched my first few videos and saw that it was very close to a video game. Done my first few backtesting sessions on TradingView, and my strategy was I was using RSI, MACD, and stochastic RSI. And then I was going on gold on the 4-hour chart, and I was waiting for it to be oversold and for the MACD to cross double lines. Bro, I swear to God, that was my strategy. And I was going for a 1, not a 1-to-1, a 1 to 1.4. I don't know why the fuck I was doing that. Bro, I have a video. Bro, I need to share that video with you guys. You guys need to see that vid. You guys need to see that video. It's like, bro, I had long hair. I was like 18. Literally just turned 18 at the time. Bro, it's the best. So I started. The thing is, I started for like 2 months or 3 months, and then stopped for like 6 months, and then came back. You know, so that's pretty much what happened. I watched your video of 5 indicators, and that was helpful. Why do you say that in caps? Shit. You just killed me, bro. How many likes do we have? 125. Okay, 25 more likes and we're 25 more likes and we do the 150K select giveaway. Okay, chat. We're seeing a pretty big displacement from that hourly bar. Those first hourly bars are pretty trendy. I won't lie. Let's see how that one closes. I want to see some strongness from the sellers and us pointing towards that previous day low. That would be cool. Okay, type 1. I'm still seeing comments about the stash. Okay, type 1 if you think I should keep the stash, and type 2 if you think I should shave the hell out of it because I look cooked. Bro, I would look so young. Just my there's some friends. I have some friends that just told me how different I look when they see me now. It might not be your style too, and I completely understand it. So wait. One is shave it, and 2 is keep it. Yeah, I'm seeing hella 2s. One. Okay, are the people that are typing 1? Wait. So 1 is keep it. Bro, I'm so dumb. I forgot. Is 1 keeping it? Shit. Yeah. I'm getting trolled. Bro said keep it if men are your thing. Bro, you gotta chill, bro. Shit. Yeah. Yo, I have a beautiful toxic chat. I love that. Oh, fuck. Oh, you fried me right there. Holy shit. You suggest the transition from CFDs to futures is getting difficult. I made 25k on NES and CFDs, but I blew 5 accounts straight since the last 2 weeks. Are you trading the same exact strategy? Or, like, I don't see what would be different. You know, what's really different but, like, the size part, you know? I don't think it's really different. The rules are a little bit, I would say it's easier to pass an account, a little bit more difficult to request a payout. But, like, it's still easier to get paid at the end because you don't have like 2 evaluations to make, and you know you can pass those accounts pretty aggressively, especially the fact that they are pretty cheap. You know, just don't overthink it. Just keep trading, keep doing your thing, and you're gonna recognize your like what you lack and what you need to work on for sure. It's just a question of time. If you made payouts before, bro, just trust yourself, trust your strategy. You don't need to panic. Last week, my brother, my FOMO on opening and losing really got really bad. Oh, you're talking about my trade on Friday. It's all right. I know I'm gonna get hate for that one. You know, 3 of them ended up working, which are the exact same. There's some downside of trading such an aggressive strategy, especially with DCAing. If price ends up not giving you a bounce and you end up losing, you know, full size on that trade, you definitely look like a dumbass in front of a lot of people, but you know, it's all right. It's definitely all right. Rookie strategy. Which one are you referring to? There's no such thing as a rookie strategy. or take your profits to major levels like the initial balance, opening range, pre-market. What would you tell yourself back then if you had the chance? This is a pretty wide question. What would I tell myself back then? Trust yourself. Trust your data, trust your analysis, and back everything up with stats. That's what I would say. Is your buddy that got you in trading still trading? Oh shit. The one that, like, my close friend is still trading, not like every single day. It's pretty successful. But the other one from my university stopped and went the professional route. Yeah, he did. He did stop. I keep it too shaved. Wait, so 1 was keep it and 2 was shave the hell out of it. Let me see how many 2s we got. Oh my god, we got more 2s than 1s. Are you guys serious? Am I chopped? Wait. Chat, are you guys trolling me? Can we do a poll? Yo, Tony, can we do a poll? Being shave the mustache or keep it. Don't troll. Don't troll, chat. Don't troll. Yeah, they are actually trying to nerf me right now. They're dirty macking. Okay, so we did the should a moss shave the stash or keep it? All right, let's see. I'm coming back in like 15 seconds. Don't troll. Okay. I think there was just some people spamming in general. I just, yeah. So 67% of people told me to keep it, and 33% told me to shave it. All right. So I'll trust the majority. Majority vote is keep it. All right. I must go bald like a baby. Is Jacob your friend? Yes, he is my friend. I have a lot of friends. I think the chat just trolled me to see how I would look without a mustache. You guys don't want to see this. I remember I shaved my mustache. I didn't shave it for, I don't think I shaved it in the last like 3 years. Definitely like trimmed. But I shaved everything like 3 years ago, and my mom looked at me and she was actually disgusted. She was like, "What have you done? I cannot even look at you." Now and you're like, okay. But I don't know if I can trust her though. It's like usually when you get a very good haircut, let me know, the guys in the chat will understand. Usually when you get a very good haircut and your parents tell you that it looks like shit, usually it looks very good. And usually when the haircut, your barber literally played with your hair and you look like shit, then your parents will tell you that you look good. Like this is like a inversely correlated. If they say it looks good, then it's terrible. Literally, I agree. The amount of time it happened to me. By the way, like my mom, she still to this day want me to keep my hair long. Like she prefers when I have my hair long than when I have it short. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I could show you pictures of me when I was younger. I was rocking the flow from literally since I was born. So like from like 3 years old, 4 years old. At 4 years old, I already had like my hair here, and I kept it long all the way to 14 years old. Yeah, 14 years old. It's like if you knew me when I was younger, I was rocking the flow. Nah, facts. The 33% are real ass people. Bro, on my passport, I had a buzz cut. That was very scary. Okay, we did hit the like goal, chat. Moss was already born with a mustache. So let me just read the next few comments. I don't want to miss them, and once I'm done with them, then we can do the giveaway. The hourly candle is going to close within the next few minutes, so I definitely want to position myself in a potential short. If we can see the pullback, we have an unfilled 15 right above us. So we could potentially see a deeper pullback within this range to tap that gap. So you see here, the 15 is telling me that price is willing to go to the upside. The hourly is telling me that price is willing to go to the downside. So that 15 could quickly flip right now and start trading back below 68, which would give me like a pretty aggressive momentum play. So let's wait and see what ends up happening. Wait, let me see. Try growing a pretty big beard and then shave it off without telling your girlfriend. I can't do that because first, I can't grow a beard, and second, I don't even have a girlfriend. So but I guess that's a scary movie. There is nothing like a very good haircut. The very good haircut disappears as soon as you leave the barbershop. As soon as you don't have the perfect lighting, you understand that you were chopped from the start. I get that. That's the same thing in the gym. It's like You have the pump in the gym, perfect lighting, you look big, and then you go back home and you look like a stick. I once overheard a successful businessman tell his own cousin who had a mustache, "I don't trust anyone with a mustache." Mas, we as parents only give you criticism that you can handle. I agree. I agree. Looks like the villain from Peter Pan. I gotta see this. I gotta see the type of rage bait I'm getting. Is that funny? Villain. You see, like I have no clue. Yeah, Captain. Yeah, Captain James Hook. Bro, you guys are just naming random people with a mustache at this point, and it's not even that big. L take, L take. My bias, I am looking for shorts within the next 15-30 minutes. Agreed. I actually got the worst haircut 2 weeks ago. New place in a new city. Not cool. Oh my god, I feel the pain, brother. I feel the pain. The pain is needing to wear a hat after spending $50 on a haircut. I don't know why those barbers are charging us $50 for a haircut, but this has to stop. How much do you guys pay for a haircut? I know, like, a woman, it's like, it's even worse. You guys are paying like $200, $300 for like, for nothing. But how much do you guys pay? For me, it's like $40. 40, 45. $30, $50, $120. Bro's getting scammed. You're getting scammed. Shit. Oh my god. I paid 30 is respectable, but is it US? Because I pay like 40 Canadian, so it's like, it's kind of the same thing as 30 US. 30, 50, 120, 45. Get a personal assistant. I could shave your hair, brother. $15, $20 in France. Yeah, everything in France is cheaper though. The thing is, in France, like, everything is cheaper, but they're also being pretty unfair with the amount that they pay you guys. Pretty, like, you guys get paid, like, the economy is so weird in France. It's starting to look like this in Canada too, but I mean, everything is cheap in France, I would say. Like, you go eat, it's like what? You can find a, like, you can find a, I don't know, a pretty good sandwich for like $5. Here, I don't even know if you can find one below 20. Or at least 15. It's also actually in euros, so euros is like double the amount. So let's see how that one will open. How much risk is that? I would want us to displace a little bit more to the upside. So here, what am I seeing? I'm seeing a potential pullback towards the gap first, And then if we can start finding some sellers within the gap, potentially short back down, and this, I would anticipate that this high would be the protected high of the next hourly bar that will print and close bearish. So this is basically my what I anticipate from the next hour to do. So let's see what happens. The next target for me, like the easiest draw, would be the unfilled gap on the 15. But there is a world where we don't need to retrace back towards that gap because of the strongness of the hourly. Clippers last a lifetime if you take care of them. The thing is, like, I tried to cut my own hair, but the problem is the hair on top. It's like, let's say fading or like doing a little, you know, taper fade is all right. You know, I was able to do it, but like the hair, it's like it's hard to cut. Or I might just be lazy. $50 in Miami, that doesn't really surprise me. Women just get screwed over. I believe that. Every time my mom or my sister go do their hair, it's like an investment. It's literally an investment. You can't touch it for like 2 weeks, or you just literally spent $400 for no reason. Moss, you should model. What the hell are you talking about? I would never be able to do that. Okay, so hourly candle just closed. Pretty aggressive and bearish here. I'll stay patient. We could get faked out easily here back towards that unfilled. I'd rather miss out on that than just chasing it. I think the next draw, depending on the close of that 1 minute, but and especially how we're gonna pop at 701. The next draw could definitely be the unfilled 15. The best scenario that I could see here within this range is us tapping that unfilled gap, reacting from it, going all the way back down below that 15-minute open, and then short back down towards the bottom of the range. That's the best play. Good start selling off from here. There is still likelihood of that happening with the structure that we formed. It's pretty scuffed. I mean, I don't really mind missing out on that trade though, if you ask me. Yeah. Yo, what the fuck? What did I just see, bro? What is the comment I just, bro? That bro. Oh my god, you guys are funny. Like I said, all women have to do is literally smile and they make money online. This isn't being screwed over. What are you talking about? It is not that easy. Shit. I don't think France is cheap. I heard that discrepancy between the poor and rich is not as wide as American, for example. Yeah, definitely. But the thing is, for them, they get paid. I mean, it's not even comparable, man. Like, they get paid like most like a big salary for them is so different than a big salary for Americans. It's so different. Like most people there get paid like $1,000 a month. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure like I'm right. Because I have a lot of family living in, of course, it would be like just a normal job. I have a lot of family there. So it's opening up lower and pretty aggressive too. If we do get the chance to see a pullback, potential. Okay, so those buyers got faked out within that inverse. Closure back down, then 16 points to the downside. Let's see what ends up happening right here. From that, are we going to bounce up? Maybe create the upwick of a future bearish bar and go back down, maybe take a short from there, or actually reject that level, flip right back above the opening price of that current 15-minute bar, and potentially take a long back towards the unfilled. That could be a play too. So the shorts here were, most aggressive play. I don't mind missing it. The structure here within the 1-minute bar was definitely not the best. So you are wrong. I mean, from what I heard, it's like 1,500 euros. Like most people, I would say. Like, of course, it could be different. Just let Monzo tell us, because Monzo's from France. Just to let you guys know, someone making 100K per year is far more. Is very rare, very very rare in France compared to someone who's making that in the States. Very very rare. Someone who's making 10K a month consistently. Yeah, that's the thing. Which part of France? Of course, if you if you're talking about the south of France, like if you do the average, those guys are like so rich. It's not even funny. Yeah, the France taxes. That's really what kills them in general. It's like 50%. Close to Canada. Yeah. Did you make it 10-1 yet? Not yet. Hopefully we'll be able to do it. Hopefully. I don't know what's happening with my. What indicator am I using? It is called ICT HTF candles by Fari right here. So it's an indicator showing me the last 6 candles of the 15-minute chart and the hourly chart. So it's just a easier way for you guys to understand how I frame my trades and which candles actually have pull within my thinking. So yeah, okay, next slide goal will be 270. Okay, I want to give out like 3-4 accounts. Okay, so 270 is going to be the next slide goal. Let's reach it. We're around 512 people here, so definitely enough people. So I'm gonna give away 150k select account, so make sure to smash that like button. Amos, when are you getting a girlfriend? Man, I don't know, man. That's a very good question. How I can that's the type of thing that I would say. That's a very good question. Let's wait for the second. Let's wait for the second light goal to get hit, and then yeah. I prefer doing the giveaways like all at once, or like give away like 3 accounts back to back, because like my chat is gonna get flooded, and then I'll literally want to die. So, and then like I'll lose track of your guys' questions and like the whole flow. I just prefer doing the giveaways like at a little bit later, and also give the giveaways to the people who truly are listening all the way to the end. You know, those are the people that I would want to give an account. You've ever traded high as hell and suddenly became profitable? No. I think it would do the opposite, no? It would literally, you would start making, you would start making like links, and you would be like, oh, this will happen because of that. And you would think you were smart for like 5 minutes, and then stop loss hit. account gone. Money gone. Do you look at midnight open for your trade confluence? Not really. Not really. I look at the daily open. Daily open is very important, so 6 p.m. open. And I look at the opening price of either the 15-minute chart or the hourly chart. Because I'm a scalper, so like I don't really need to look at such big levels in order to frame a trade. Your extended family is living a double life and you're not selling. Okay, so basically I'll let you guys know, like I have family everywhere, because my parents are, we are born, I'm born in Algeria, so North Africa, and we're born in like the mountains, so we're like a tribe there. And back then, of course it's different in America, but back then they used to do like they used to be like extremely big families. My dad's side is like 14 kids, and my mom's side is 13. And then every single one of them have at least 2 kids. So I literally have cousins that I don't even know their name. Or like sometimes I remember one time I went there and they were like, what's the name of your aunt? I was like, I swear to God, I don't know. Like, you guys all look the same. That's the kind of struggle that I have. So like some of them are in France, some of them are like Switzerland, some of them still in Algeria, some of them in Canada, you know. So like I have a lot of family everywhere. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I heard from friends. I don't have too many siblings. I have one older brother, one older sister. So like I would definitely say that being the youngest child was an advantage because like I was seeing my older sister, like of course like it is like this in every family. Like the older sibling is gonna take like, you know, is gonna be the one that will create your life basically, and will make your parents a little bit more understanding of certain scenarios because you know you can't blame your parents. It's also their first time being parents, so you know, hella hella love for the older siblings, and also saw them. Um, my older sister is 5 years 5 years older than me, so it's a pretty big difference. And my older brother is he's 18 months, so a year and a half. Which you know, me and my older brother are like best friends. So like we do everything together. Um, traded, like everything trading related was done with him. Sports, you know. So like, yeah. All right, brother, you're gonna start trolling me. Is she a baddie? Oh shit. I'm back. All right. So that's pretty much the backstory. Everybody gives them awesome pickup lines. Bro, pickup lines don't work. Bro, pickup lines don't work. They actually don't. Change my mind. If there's any girls in the chat right now, tell me if pickup lines would actually work on you, or you would be like disgusted. If I was a girl, I would find that cringe as hell. I mean, I don't know. It could be funny depending on your personality, though. That's the thing that is hard. It's like you don't know if you can be goofy or not. Some might just see you as a weirdo. Dude was raised in town fairly. Bro. Yes, I am Kabir, exactly. Maybe the mustache is stopping the girlfriend. Maybe. We don't know. There's one way to know. Pickup line. I'd hold you longer than my average winning trade. That would be pretty. That would be pretty quick, bro. My average winning trade is like 5 minutes. Yo, there's some comments are crazy, bro. Oh shit. Oh my god, I just saw a comment. You bro, you're fucking crazy. Did y'all have clothes? Did y'all have clothes? Oh, fuck. Of course we did. Shit. Those guys are funny. Pickup lines are so cringe. Alright. Kim just told us that it was cringe, so I agree. Pickup lines don't work, said the single guy. Literally. Literally. I mean, I guess pickup lines only work if like she already thinks you look good. Or like your style or some shit. If you come up with if you come up and she finds you chopped as hell with a pickup line, she might call the police. Hey, I'm the CEO of Tradeify and own a yacht. Wanna be bro, the lore. Oh my god. Yo, Spud. Oh my fucking god. No one will know about it. Shit. One crazy story, bro. Holy shit. Ah, man. Fuck, that story was so fucking funny, bro. Shit. It's literally guaranteed 100% win rate. I agree. I agree. If you go there and you say like, yo, I'm the Tradeify CEO. I could hire you as my secretary. He'd be like, yes, I hate my job. Oh shit. Bro. Yo, no. There's a bro. I just saw the funniest comment. I can't say anything, bro. Holy shit, yo, this chat is so funny. I don't know if you're trolling, but holy fucking shit. Nah, you guys need to find it. Scroll up. Oh my god. Oh shit, bro. Oh my fucking god. Yo, bro, I just found the funniest comment. I can't say it. I can't. I literally can't. Oh my god. Yo, you made me die, bro. Fuck. Oh my god. Shit. Holy shit. You said tribe. Yes, I did. It's like we just speak a different language that most people don't. Shitty pickup lines are cringe. I agree. The only pickup line I know is like, hi, where'd you get that? And she'd be like, what? And you say, your smile, it's beautiful. but that's cringe. That is not tough at all. We missed all the move. Yeah, but I mean, was expected to see like a down move from that aggressive downtrend here, especially with how that hourly candle closed. The only thing here is you need to take into account what was above you, and it was an unfilled 15-minute gap. Usually I would wait for those to get filled before actually entering the market. So here, let's just wait for the this candle to show us the story. We still have that unfilled gap above us that could act as a good magnet level. So let's wait. Let's stay patient. We don't need to force anything. Once we see something that is very clean, I'll take it. I will never shy away from a good trade. Don't worry. Ew, why did you say that? All right, brother. Why does he look like a Portugal footballer? I do. I look like Vitinha. A serious question. I heard that whenever France colonized a country, they offered French citizenship. Was that true about Algeria? I'm pretty sure that's true. Pretty sure that's true. Yeah, you're like, yo, I'm Tradeify CEO, and then you're like, okay, pull out the YouTube channel. You pull it out, and then there's a potato streaming. She'd be like, all right, brother. I seen your video of 5 indicators. Thank you for that, bro. You said that like 3 times. Is that a joke or not? I need to know. Because if it is, I'll laugh. I'll literally laugh. So 250 likes. Okay, we reached the like goal, second like goal. So there's 100% chance of me giving away 2 accounts. Okay. Now, next step is I need 360 likes. 360 likes. I see this redhead with 2 friends, one guy, one girl. I go up to the girls and say, hey, are you guys cute maxing? And they blushed up so fast. I mean, the redhead definitely helped. That's that's for sure. That's for sure. If you see that she has red hair, you already know. You already know what it is. Am I wrong? You definitely know what it is. You already know she's open to pickup lines. Ask for COD game night. I agree, bro. If there was a COD game night, you know I'm hopping in. This chat is too funny, bro. Wait. Are you a time traveler? Because I see you in my future. I don't know, bro. If I was a girl and someone would have said that, I would have probably walked away. Oh, God. Literally. Can you rap about trading? Fuck no. Maybe in French, not in English. I can't rap for shit in English. I would need like 5 business days to. I would literally need five business days to create 2 sentences. Saw the first 2 15-minute candles close bearish, so took it right down at the beginning of the third 15-minute candle, caught the whole move down. Shit, simple as that, brother. Your job was to predict 1 15-minute bar on the chart. You were able to do it. The thing is with me, is like I'm so familiar with that playstyle and that strategy in general that, you know, I get the direction right pretty often. But getting the direction right doesn't mean you have edge because you need to back this up with stats. And usually most of those candles, they kind of fade, the edge fades in terms of the entry. Only some of those patterns that I would anticipate the next bar to be bullish or bearish truly give edge within a long period of time. So, you know, for me, I wait for a lot of things to happen before actually entering because I know that only some of those truly have edge, or like some of those perfect trades or perfect entries truly will survive all market conditions. So I'm a little bit more picky in terms of what I need the market to do in order for me to enter and predict a bar, an hourly bar, a 15-minute bar. But in general, like having that perspective is far better than you know, playing off of levels and, you know, trying to top ticking, bottom ticking the market off of reversals for sure. And the next video I'm gonna post on for Tradeify will be like a power of 3 video. So it is gonna be a very good video for sure. But the guys that are listening to me, guys, girls, people that are listening to me on my streams, it will be second nature for you. Because if you hear me talk about those things every single day, putting in my game plan, talking about what I want to see from the next bar, or the kind of confirmations that I need to see in order for me to take a potential trade, then like everything that I will say within the next video is going to be second nature. You guys will already know about it. It will probably just be better because you don't have to go through all that mustache debate and girlfriend debate and pickup line shit in order to find that value. You know, it is what it is. you can't do you can't satisfy everyone basically. So we're at 284 likes. We need 360 for the 3rd account giveaway. So 100% certainty of me giving away a 250k select accounts. And you know, during the Asia streams, we give those big boy accounts because it's a new stream. We want some new people to get in. You know, jump in on the stream and just vibe with us. A lot of people here just are finishing their work day, just want to vibe. So I'm one of them. Finished trading the New York session, the war. and then going into the Asia session for a smoother action. You look like a famous guy. I might look like a soccer player for sure. Just find someone with a mustache and a goatee with a slick back and you're good. You're gonna look like him. I need to learn volume profile, order placed, book maps. So much to learn. Mexican, truly, like that's a real question I'm gonna ask you. Like, why do you think you need to know all those things? I truly don't think you need to know all of those things in order to, you know, be consistently profitable. You don't. I think it might do the opposite thing. It's like if you have too much information to process within your strategy, you're gonna blend in noise within that strategy. You're gonna overfit that strategy. That's how we call it. Simplicity is a very good thing when you want to find your edge, especially because you can adapt that simplicity, can just find a way that you understand the market mechanics. Okay, why does a 15-minute candle prints to the upside when this and this and that happen? Or why does a hourly bar prints to the downside when this and this and that happen? What is the timing of that? And then when you understand this, then it's going to be it's not going to be easy, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be way easier for you to adapt to difficult market conditions where you're either going to see your frequency of trades becoming, you know, lower and lower with months because the market is just not acting the same way, or the entries being far different in terms of, okay, we're seeing way deeper retracements within the range, so now, you know what, I need to stay alive within the range, I can't enter too aggressively. Or you're seeing that every single day you see that setup, you have the right framework, but it's pushing too aggressively. All right, let me adapt my entry, you know. But the framework behind it, the way that you're reading the chart should be the same thing every single day. Should be the same metrics. And I think that's the, like, even if you're trading with bookmap, order flow, volume profile, you'll still rely on your framework way more than all of those tools, because the framework gives you direction, and the direction is the only thing that you need to know, because the entry is adaptable. You can adapt it, you can make it work in different market conditions depending on what you see. I mean, the thing is, with all those tools like the volume profile and stuff, there is a lot of shiny object related to that way of trading because it looks very professional. You know, you're using tools that most people are not using, and it gives you that, you know, that second thought of, okay, if most people are not using it and it's not mainstream, then it definitely has some value in it, and I could find my edge using that. There's a part of me that agrees with that statement, but there's also a part of me that truly thinks that you can be extremely profitable without those tools, because it will complicate your understanding of the market 100%. It will complicate a lot of things for no reason, and at the end you will fall back again on, okay, what is the market telling me? And the candlesticks are telling you a story at the end. Your smile looks familiar. I've seen you in my dreams. That one is not bad. I'll give that to you. Lost in Heaven. W name, by the way. That's a good name. Lost in Heaven. Shit. That's tough. Lost in Heaven. Your smile looks familiar. I've seen it in my dreams. No, I didn't do the giveaway yet. Still waiting. So the next like goal is 360 likes. So we are at 304. So let's bring up those likes, my brothers. Come on, come on. It's more confluence depending on the market conditions. It might be. It might be very helpful for you to give a why. But sometimes understanding the why is understanding noise that will never be replicated within the future. What a beautiful quote. I know some people that trade very well that honestly aren't smart, but I think it helps them not overthink things and keep it simple. 100%. 100%. You don't have to be smart. You don't need to be you don't need to have a high IQ. You need to be emotionally smart. You need to be in control of your decisions, and it's not about how smart you are, it's about the approach that you're taking. And if you have a certain approach and it's well thought and you know has edge, it's not about the IQ. Maybe IQ has to do with finding an edge in the first place, but if you were able to find it by, all right, I take bits and pieces of this mentor, that mentor, this mentor, and then for some reason you truly found something that was worth trading, especially with props. Sorry. Then don't necessarily means that you need a high IQ. I don't think you need a high IQ like that. How are you? Doing amazing. What about you, my brother? My brother. I literally don't have a strategy. I'm pure instinct. And learning all these different methods helped me train myself to trade instinctively instead of mathematically. Well, let me take that back. I have too many strategies. Yeah, I didn't see the conversation in the back end, but they paid. What are you referring to, Luke? I think I missed something. Mostly the book map is just to see big movers entering the market, which gives me more info on the potential move because that's a whale. Okay, I'll tell you my point of view. The first thing that I did when I started to trade was, normal retail. Okay, so just candlestick patterns, and I truly did not understand anything really. I would say the information has been the information that we have now compared to what we had 4 years ago is out of this world. In terms of technicals, in terms of way of thinking, in terms of people that are putting on uploading videos about their strategies, the value is there, man. Compared to what I saw back then, oh my days, it was not even comparable. So when I started trading that way, I had to find the stuff by my own, basically, because there was no strategies that I could truly find value in. Nothing resonated with me. So then after, I would say 7-8 months, I understood that, what, let me just go more of the professional route. I see, okay, uh, that guy is making 7 figures a year from trading order flow and looking at volume 2. Let me check that. And then I went to this world. I downloaded Sierra Charts, which is, um, a big headache if you don't know how to use it. Uh, you know, created a live account, like live broker. I was like 18. Um, Created a live broker, deposited $100 in it in order to have access to the Denali live feed, and then it took like months before it actually like they actually received the money or accepted my profile since I was so young. And then I had access to the TPO chart, so time, price, opportunity. I had access to the order flow. I had access to, um, you know, it was not bookmap, but it was still like I could still see the orders being put in. It was just Sony. It was the DOM basically. So I was looking at the DOM, and I had all those tools. But the problem was I still did not understand why price moved in the first place. So I was there with a lot of information in front of me, but couldn't rely on a framework and truly did not understand why price moved in the first place. So then I started trading like this for like 6 months. And man, like that was the hardest time, I would say, in my trading journey, because I was, in hindsight, I was looking at what happened within the day. I was like, oh, it's so easy. Like we tapped the value area low, we bounced from it, we shifted, and then we went back to POC. I can take that every day. Like it happens every day. And then you go and see it. And then those value areas and those levels, they move in real time. The footprint, you'll see big orders, you'll see iceberg orders of 2,000 orders below you, 5,000 orders, and you're going to be like, oh my god, let me wait for that order to get tapped in. And then you see that order get disappears, and then you're like, for me, like just the experience that I had with it, I think if I take it right now, if I take the footprint right now with everything that I know in terms of knowledge on bias and knowledge on where price needs to go and why does it happen, and then I take the footprint, I could potentially find better entries. That's what I think. But in regards of the framework, it is a whole other learning curve, So do I think there is a way to be profitable with it? 100,000%. It's a tool like, it's another tool to put words behind why something happened on the chart. But there's a big difference between concepts and an edge. Again, big difference between concepts, so just having words behind why price moved from A to B, or a real strategy that you know exactly where to put your take profit, stop loss, entry every time, that you can replicate over the long run, and you can say why someone who's going against you would lose. So different. So for me, that's a very good debate. But in general, don't think that it will give you informational advantage in terms of, okay, you're going to see it and you're immediately going to be profitable, because that's what I thought. And I was brutally, shocked, brutally mocked. High IQ hurts you when you have to work around. I mean, high IQ. You guys lost me for a second. Could have been bad. Imagine, holy shit. Early close. Regarding IQ, I don't think I have a high IQ at all. I like it. I'm emotionally intelligent, but in terms of like, okay, in school, I was never the smartest, or not even close to be the smartest. Which I think if you're really smart, school's gonna be like extremely light work. You know. Let's say I'll give you an example. My brother, I know he's smarter than me. But that also is a pain for him because he overthinks everything that he does. You know, just getting him to not quit trading was like the hardest task ever. Oh my god. The amount, you know, that's also something that, you know, you'll see on my podcast was like, all right, I've done everything with him, or like I couldn't find my edge without him for sure. But it was also a struggle dealing with someone that was overthinking so much, because the energy is also going to get translated to you. And I feel that, and I know, because this game has a lot of uncertainty, and for someone who's very smart, this is the last thing that you need: uncertainty and statistic, because the statistic of this business model is very hard to grasp as a normal human being. But the only thing that kept him, I would say, and kept me, I would say, pushing him to stay, or, you know, that kept us pushing, was the fact that there was even more edge within this business model because of prop firms. Because of prop firms, even if you don't beat the market, even if you don't have the best strategy, and even if you're not the best trader, you can still pull in consistent 6 figures a year consistently. Because if you understand the business model and you have a plan and you understand the stats behind those, no matter how many accounts that you will blow, you can end up big positive at the end of the year. And that's really what kept us pushing. But yeah, I agree with the high IQ thing, but it's like, if you know you're overthinking that much, the best thing to do to cope is remind yourself, okay, I am trading in an environment where it's far easier to make money than just being there in the wild with a live account. Far easier. Millions of times easier. So here, currently on the chart, I would have wanted that hourly bar to actually flip. It would have been very clean for me to see an hourly unfilled gap being formed. At 8 p.m., new hourly candle is going to open. It's going to be also the open, like the true open of the Asia session. So there's going to be an increase of volatility. If we can see a nice push below 40s, potentially a pullback, I would want to ride that trend. So what am I seeing right there? I want to see if we can push below that low, put in some sort of low, pull back down, accumulate a little bit, push right back, fake out buyers, print back below the open of the 8 p.m. 1 hour candle, short back down towards the bottom of the range, and predict that this high is protected. So a lot of things, I need a lot of things to happen within this chart. So let's see if we can get it. There was a play here to catch, of course. But even that, the volume is pretty low. This whole range is 34 handles, so it's a good thing that we're staying out. Don't want to force anything. All right. Missed out so many comments. Low key being smart is a curse. Yeah. I'm watching this without a headset. Do hand signs, please. The whole point of the footprint is not framework. It's using your framework that you already have and giving you more confidence in your model. Well, that is an amazing take. I agree. Pretty much agree with you. Don't know, but for some reason, when I started futures trading on personal live, it seems to be easier. That's just beginner's luck, I would say. Who's still playing? Is it Friends? Is Friends still playing? Delayed. Oh shit. Oh, delayed by thunderstorm. Yeah. Soccer players are actually not built like that. We're gonna see all the Americans being like, are not playing because of a fucking of a storm. Come on, brother. Us in America, we play football when it snows. Ooh, okay. Not bad. Not a bad push. You see here how that hourly candle looks very different just within the last 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's crazy. So, man, that range is just so tight. It's just so tight compared to what we had here. And since we had such a big range from the first hourly bar, I wanted to see a deeper retracement back into the 15 and then potentially see the sales. It's going to be hard to find something here. We'll see. Still like that candle is so slim, like 50 handles in general. Depending on this closure and the size of that down wick, I would predict that the next candle has a bigger likelihood of printing at least back towards the gap and to the upside rather than to the downside, depending on the amount of aggression we see from that gap. So here, if this hourly candle closes in the way that it's currently trading, so back above 66, depending on how that new bar opens and the amount of displacement we get, I would predict that we have more chances of seeing the upside and seeing us create an open low, high, close of the next bar. So open being the first stage, the low being the second, the high the third, and the close the fourth. If it closes below and is very aggressive, it is going to be pretty much a 50-50 because of depending on the strongness of the close. But usually I do not want to predict a bar, the next bar, if there's a weak close and a gap above. So even if we close below that low, if the up wick, if the down wick is bigger than the body and we have a gap above, I will pass on the shorts. So let's see how that one closes. So what's the light goal? 326. The light goal is 360. So make sure to like the stream. We're doing 150K. So right now we're at 250K select accounts that we're going to give away. The next one will be at 360. Okay. You made $2,300 on that short. Congrats. Good stuff. Let me go on gold. Let me see gold. First, we'll go on the daily chart. Can this daily candle truly tell me the story? Here, we're seeing that we're not closing above the previous candle's high, so the previous daily high, nor below the previous daily low. What happened was that we wicked the previous daily high within that daily bearish gap and closed back within the range. We're pretty far away from that high. The body's basically at the same distance. Just purely looking at this would be a day that if I had to trade that day, I wouldn't rely on the daily chart to give me the direction at all. I would rely on a 4-hour, an hourly, or a 15-minute to take a trade. And if I can't see anything on the 4-hour again, then the 1-hour will be my roadmap, and scaling down even to the 15 if the hourly is too if the hourly is cooked also. Jafar's side profile. All right, brother. Now I know who's Jafar, and I won't lie, that's cap. That is 100% a lie. You just take any person with a mustache and you just tell me that I look like him. L rage bait. Okay, hourly candle just closed back within the range very aggressively. Open up the new one. Holy shit. Back towards that gap. Okay, so the gap is filled. Let's see what we can do here within the next 15. Lost 2/3 of my hair trading gold. That doesn't really surprise me. Oof. Now back and we went nowhere. We kind of did though, but we pulled back already, so it's like here you see I could anticipate that up move. But one thing that I like to see within the range is confirmed what was the structure within this candle. And here for me, if I just take this full on candle, okay, this rectangle, and slide it to the left right there, which is going to tell me the whole action within that previous hour. So starting from here, the open, so at 7, all the way to now. Pretty much an accumulation phase, not seeing any, bullish displacements and, us rejecting lows, breaking highs. We're rejecting lows at the end of that hour. And we're seeing some displacement on the 1 minute, but not even on the 5. Nothing like truly that clean, So for me, even if I was able to see what, the next potential move was going to be, is it really worth taking on, with high risk and, putting my accounts into this kind of trade? No, So I would say I stay cash, okay? Meaning that I don't take a trade until I have one singular bar that gives me such like that literally yells at me to enter. That's usually what I do in a day. Never back down, never what? Never back down, never what? That's the Nick Merckx, not Nick Merckx, what am I talking about? Uh, wait, what's that guy's name? The Fortnite guy. Forgot. Never back down, never what? Yeah, but that 8 p.m. Volatility is kind of cool. Imagine the long that we took last time. Imagine if it didn't stop us out. Damn, would have been rich. Bro, just buzz cut. Bro, I will never buzz cut. Ever. Ever. I did it. Worst experience of my life. I remember that there was a time, I think I was like 19, and I was trading like extremely well at that time also. But at 19, I remember I got like I got I got some pretty bad acne for like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. And I actually had the buzz cut at that time. And I swear to God, I did not step a foot outside. Literally. It was during the winter though. But I was a literal ghost. No one would see me. Quick question. How long it normally takes for the giveaway accounts to be issued? 7 days. 7 business days. No, it's 7 days. Usually you should have it pretty quick. Iraq. Iraq. Yeah, it's Nick 830. It is, it is. Shit. You see here, like, the action so far, predictable, with such a tight range that not necessarily worth taking anything. So currently within this range, I am predicting that the likelihood of us printing a bullish bar is higher than a bearish bar, just from how that candle actually printed. The only thing you need to note is two things. Okay, you're gonna mark out two levels. It's basically three. This one, and that one. Okay. Usually, the previous candle's high, the opening price of the previous bar, and the opening price of the current bar are the tools that you want to see, are basically the areas that you want to see act as a rejection, especially the opening price of the current candle, because this is a way to frame premium and discount. For me, I don't frame premium and discount looking at the range between this high and this high. I'm looking at what happened within the previous candle and where we are within the current candle that I'm trying to predict. So if we're below the opening price and I'm predicting that the next bar will be bullish, then for me, we're currently in a discount. Okay. So here, those three levels, depending on the kind of aggression that we get from the open, I would want to see them hold. And I would want to see displacement come from those levels and us getting ground above, especially that high, which is 88. So it's a question of patience also, because now this candle could go from looking extremely bullish to bearish, but this is normal because this is a way to trap sellers into thinking that this shift in market structure will be the move to continue that downtrend. But in reality, if that candle is going to close bullish, this will be the exact area where we're going to put in the downwick of a candle that will end up closing bullish, and this low will be protected. So if you're okay with missing out on the shorts inside this market structure shift, just based on the fact that the trend is bearish, and you're patient enough for this short to get invalidated, basically, then in my opinion, the longs are far cleaner than the shorts. If you wait for those participants to get squeezed, does it have does it need to print bullish? No, because it already filled the gap. See, I already filled the gap. So this is a big level. We could definitely start selling off from that level. But usually, if you look at the previous bar and how it acted, it could give you a pretty good narrative on how the next one will print and distribute. And here, for me, I wouldn't try to short right now. Even if we are creating 100% a market structure shift on the 1 minute chart, if I go down, we're 100% shifting. And a lot of sellers are going to step in, but usually this is the exact area where if we push back to the upside and we start accepting heavier above the 90s, so the previous candle's high, this low will be protected, and potentially the low of that future bullish bar on the hourly. So like, depending how you want to play it, it could be a double fake out. You don't know how much fake outs there will be within this range. But if you use my framework and my thought process, then we could go all the way here, and it could bait out the buyers again and then push right back up. You see? So this, again, this is also a reason why I have a wide stop, and I focus a lot on finding direction rather than just gambling on an entry with a really tight stop loss. So that's pretty much my thesis. I think I ordered some food. I think it already arrived. Did it? Or wait, let me see the notification that I got. Oh, yes, okay. Okay, no. Still did not arrive. So I'm cool. But this candle could end up, holding the shift and going all the way back down and closing bearish, and it's all right. But the thing is, for me, is that I would rather wait for that whole hourly candle to close and give me the story rather than predicting it. I would rather wait for a fake out using the previous bar as a tool to find my bias for the next one. And if it gets invalidated, then wait for the close of the next one to give me the story for the next hour. See? So that's pretty much my thesis overall. But keep in mind, a candle that will close bullish usually looks bearish at a certain point, or a candle that will close bearish usually a candle that will usually close bearish will look bullish at a certain point. Okay. So let's say here, that bar. This is the hourly candle. Okay, you see, we open, that candle broke out of that range. I mean, in terms of timing, does it make sense to enter here? And depending on what's your framework, because I did this on Friday. I actually did this on Friday, but here it's the same thing. It's like it will open up, look bullish, fake out, trap those participants, and then once it starts flipping back, then okay, candle is most likely not here. Here it's still the 50-50. It could still hold and then push right back, and this candle will close in a complete different direction. But here, once you start seeing some aggression below those levels, then any of those shorts become a good trade, in my opinion, because you're trading with the sellers. You're trading below the opening price, and you're riding the trend instead of just predicting a reversal. So here we're seeing that immediate push from that gap, open high, flip back below the opening price. So would have been a very good long for me if we would have held this level, pushed right back up above 600s. That would have been a good long for me. We're not seeing this happen. It's all right. So still not engaged within any trades. On the daily chart, we opened up higher. We're now flipping below the opening price. So on the daily, If we can break below like the 40s, I would say like 45s here, the daily low has a lot of chances of being hit when we open up during the New York session. Is it going to be hit within the Asia? I don't know. Might get hit during the London session. If we break like this, I anticipate, a small little pullback, maybe London to put in the high and then flush back down. And once we open during the New York session, this low is already taken out. Depending, if we're trading very close to it, this is usually where I anticipate just a small, smooth push back towards it. So that's for the daily. Coming back, we're at 351. We need 9 more likes, and I'm doing another 150k select account giveaway. So make sure to stay. There's 15 minutes left. I'm gonna do all those 3 giveaways at the same time. So stay there. All right. All right. All right. Made 7k shorting. Holy shit. 7k shorting, that is crazy. I mean, it's pretty hard for me to say. Let's say that I could have taken something here. I just don't like the range overall. Nothing that screams at me to enter. Okay, so what's for dinner? Good question. I always say good question at that point. Okay, next light goal 450. At 450, I'm giving you another account. Okay, so 450 last light goal, but we can do the first 3 accounts. So let me type the words to my brother Tony here. Okay. I typed the word. I'll wait for him to let me know when it's good, and we'll start it. Ready? Okay. So the word is mustache. All right. Even ask why. All right. Like a very aggressive push. That's crazy. The hourly is very strong, very bearish. So I'll wait. You're coming back. My Uber driver just came in, so I just had to I just had to open the door. All right, so we can pick it. We can pick the winner. What do you do for a living? Congratulations, Patrick 30 ping 25. Patrick 30 ping 25. W name. That's a gamer's name for sure. 30 ping. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description. This is how we're going to send you the account. So can you type in the chat so we know you're here? Did he type? Okay, he did. All right, perfect. So now, let me see here. Let me know when it's ready. Perfect. So the next word is, you can stop spamming mustache. The next word is another one. Type it once. Do not type it more than once, or you will get disqualified. What do I do for a living? I trade for a living, bro. Pretty simple, no? $388. If we can get to 450. Wow, the move is crazy. Move is definitely crazy from that open. We can now select the winner of the second account. So congrats, Al-Fadi, or Al-Fadali 222. Congrats, you won 150K select account. Make sure to type right now to claim your account, and then have your email in your YouTube description. Okay, now I'm gonna do, so we said 3. And now I just type the next word. Make sure to type it once, not more than once. Okay. Perfect. All right. Next word is this one. So let's see, chat. Come on. We're giving away hell accounts right now. France is cooking. Are they? 3-0. Holy shit. Mbappe again. Kylian Mbappe. He's too good. The kid is too good. That's the type of things that you see, like, when you're dominating in such a hard competition, you know the kind of level that you are, that you have. And I don't know, man. It's weird because how is he not that good in Real Madrid? That's a good question. Okay, we can select the winner right now. Let's do it. So Ricardo Gonzalez. Congrats, my brother. You won 150k select account. If you want us to give away another account, a last account, we need 450 likes. So we're currently at 390. And yeah. So currently seeing how that hourly candle is operating, and definitely seeing that the daily candle is what's having the pull right now. We're opening up. We went higher first, faking out all the buyers, flipped right back below the daily open, and we're now accepting very, very aggressively lower and lower prices. In terms of structure on the hourly, it is pretty simple. You have high, low, higher low, higher high, lower low, and then we pulled back towards that gap plus that breaker block. We're respecting it. Then we're getting closer and closer to that previous daily low. So for me, one thing that I will want to see though is when that candle will close, how strong will it close, and will it give me a good, I would say, a strong enough closure for me to anticipate that the next candle will actually print in the same direction. Okay, that is going to be what I'm going to be looking for within the session. But if this candle closes weak or closes back within the range at 42, for me, it's just better to let it go and just wait for the New York session to actually enter a trade. Okay. So here we have a few minutes left for the stream. Ask me anything, whatever, can shoot me literally anything, and I'll be there to respond. No way. Thank you, Moss. It's my first time I win anything. I'm 51 years old. Do you remember when I told you that weeks ago? And you say, damn, that's crazy, brother. You see, you'll eventually get something. You can't have any expectations. Because when you have expectations, then you walk with, you don't walk with the right frequency. You walk with the frequency of lack, and you will just repel things away from you. And what you need to do is act like you already have it, and just let it come to you. You don't chase, you attract. All right, brother. Why didn't you take the short after that 15-minute gap got tapped? Because I don't look for trades just based on reaction off of levels. I look for candles to close and me being able to predict the next one. So my channel should be straight with my email info. Perfect. You'll see your account within the next 7 days. Thank you for the stream, W. Let's go. Appreciate you, brother. Dropping the law of attraction in a giveaway is crazy. Literally reminded him of the law of attraction in a giveaway. Like that was gonna do anything. Shit. I talked a little bit about this on the podcast. It was a good moment. I'm watching, like, I look at every comment too, so okay, let's go into comments from that podcast. I'm seeing one, and someone typed, there are tons of successful, consistent traders that never put an hour into backtesting. Plus, it's not the same psychology when you know you ain't risking anything. Some people can backtest their ass off, but when it comes to the real market conditions, it's another ballgame. And then someone typed below, agreed. Backtesting is a waste of time. Most of the time, the issue is psychology, not the strategy. Backtesting does nothing for psychology. Damn. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that take? Oh my god. What he's basically saying is, all right, I've seen plenty of boxers becoming world champions without having to put in hours training their jab, their cross, and their footwork, and having the perfect cardio, eating the right thing. That's basically what he's saying. I've seen plenty of successful soccer players just, looking at a few videos on YouTube and then becoming Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, if you have a model already, then of course. But it's already time for me to say goodbye. It was an amazing stream, guys. Unfortunately, no trades. It was a very hard session. Um, it was a very hard session to trade. We actually just started to see the volume pick up here within the last 30 minutes. Would have wanted to trade some of that action, I would say, from 8:45 all the way to maybe 8:45 all the way to 9:20, but unfortunately I need to go. But I appreciate you guys so much, and I see you guys tomorrow at the same exact time. W stream. Peace out, guys. Much love.
Here's how the Prediction World Cup works. Every match becomes a market. You're not just watching the game, you're trading it live as it plays out. Pick an outcome, say Mexico to win. The price is the markets read on the odds. 56 cents means a 56% chance. Buy in. If Mexico wins, every contract pays out $1. If they don't, it settles at $0, and you don't have to wait for full time. As the match swings, the price moves with it. A goal drops, your position jumps. So sell early to lock in profit, or hold to the whistle. You start with $2,000 in virtual capital. None of it real, none of it at risk. Run low in the first week, reset once, free. Every trade climbs the leaderboard. Rise up your country's board, and every knockout round multiplies your score. The prize pool? $250,000, the top 500 win prizes, and first place takes $100,000. The Prediction World Cup, free to enter June 28th, and every player gets 50% off.